Hello friends, I am Aryamann from Amity School of Communication, first year. I am representing Amity Happiness Club for our unique podcast, Happy Pens of Amity, where we invite authors and researchers from Amity. Today we have our first author, Dr. Neetu Gupta from Amity University, who has written this book, Code with Java. Welcome Dr. Neetu ma'am.
Thank you very much, Aryamann, for this opportunity and allow me to show my gratitude to Amity Universe for their vision and the idea with this wonderful, unique podcast. Once again, thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome ma'am. So there will be 4 themes for the podcast and 1 rapid fire round. So, shall we begin?
Yes, Aryamann, we are ready for this.
The first podcast theme, Emotional Intelligence is Code, the Feelings Behind Logic. Section 1, Heart Behind the Code. What emotions do you feel when your code finally runs up perfectly after hours of effort?
Okay, so when my code runs after hours of effort, the emotion is similarly as a batsman hits a 6. So it's always a wow moment.
Nice. And do you think coding is more about logic or emotion, or are they inseparable?
I would say that when we start coding, it is always the logic that we focus on. But if we want to be a coder for always, emotions always pitch in. So if you don't fall in with in the coding with emotions, so you cannot, carry it for long. So these are inseparable for long run.
Okay. And how do you personally deal with the frustration that comes when code doesn't work?
See, for a coder, frustration has a no scope.
Oh.
Yes, coders do feel fatigued, but they have their own ways to handle with it. So I would say that if one gets frustrated with the coding, I think he or she is not on the right place.
Oh, okay. And what is the happiest aha moment you have ever witnessed in the classroom while coding?
Okay, so if you talking about from the perspective of my students in the classroom, anything, they write with their efforts is an aha moment for me right now, because any student who is showing that much of patience and resilience to write a code and that runs perfectly is happiness for me.
Okay. Now let's start section 2. Emotional layers in logic. Ma'am, every bug hides a lesson. What emotional intelligence do you think debugging teaches us?
Okay. That's a very, I think, different but important perspective. Debugging is all about resilience and patience. So bug is like an obstacle for us, which is there, but we are not able to find it. So debugging is mining something that we don't know where we will find. So debugging is always need resilience, patience, thinking out of the box. So debugging is, a very life teaching scenario in the coding.
Indeed. And coding often demands patience. How can coders nurture calmness and mindfulness during errors?
Okay, during errors, if you talk about the mindfulness and calmness, see, by the nature of this, the coders are usually calm. But sometimes, if I say the practices that we follow, if my code doesn't work or something is, if there are a lot of errors or something, I always suggest to take a break, listen to some song or discuss the same thing with somebody else, because sometimes the subconscious mind gives you the, the best idea to solve a problem or, correct your code.
Okay, so calmness is the key. Okay, and what emotional patterns do you see in students who enjoy coding versus those who fear it?
Okay, so the emotional pattern that I see in these students that those enjoy coding is definitely they are more calm. I find them something is going in their mind but a smile on their face. Usually they are more patient. And yes, there are students who do fear it. Then for them, I would say that maybe this is not their forte. They should try something else. So it's not about their fear. It's about the thing which they are picking. The thing that they need to pick is little different than coding. So they might be, picking up something else. Or if you ask me that if it is if somebody with the fear wants to actually do it, then practice is the key. Okay. So the coding is all about the practice with patience.
Okay. And can empathy make someone a better programmer? If yes, how?
Empathy, yes, definitely. Empathy has a lot of scope to make a coder better person. Do you mean to say that? Yes. A coder has to be empathetic, because first a coder has to be empathetic to itself, because if the coder is too harsh on himself or herself, then it will be difficult for him to solve the problems. Secondly, a coder has to be empathetic to others also, because the code the one is writing has to be handled by others. So one has to write a code graciously so that others can read, understand, and maintain.
Okay. And let's start with section 3, coding the inner world. Do you think coding mirrors how our mind works, like loop, conditions, and exceptions?
Okay, here you're talking about three things rather: loops, conditions, and exceptions. Yes, our mind and the coding is, works in parallelism, because our mind is always in looping. If I have a thought or if I have a worry, it constantly runs in our mind. Similarly, we have in program the loops. If I want to do something which I have to do repeatedly in the code, I want machine to do repeatedly, then I use a loop. So like as a mind, a looping a thought is dangerous. Similarly, for a program, if I talk about from the perspective of algorithm, making too much of loops increases the complexity of the program, and that is not good for a program.
So
Secondly,
a loop is like a routine.
no loop. Routine is the function. Actually the routine word is used in older programming languages for the function. So function is different than the loop is doing 4-5 steps regularly, and in a iteration, whereas function is delegation of work to other, a piece of work to other, and the other is doing it for you. And the same thing we do in our mind. If we don't do that, if somebody is not doing it in daily life, then life is difficult. Same is in the program. If we are not using functions, we are not delegating the responsibility of the main program to different functions, then it's not a good code.
Indeed.
Third thing is condition. Condition is all about choices. If else. Okay, so in program we have if else, and in life we have choices. So mind is is similar to code also. Okay.
Then other question. If human emotions were a programming language, what would its syntax be like?
If human emotions were
A programming language, what would its syntax look like?
import happiness from small things.
Oh, okay. And how can a coder use creativity and compassion to make their code more human?
Okay, so here we are seeing the human touch in the code. Definitely, let me explain it in a different way in two terms: creativity and compassion. So coding is all about creativity. It is an art for the coder. Like for an artist, paint and brushes are the tools, or for a poet, the words are the tools. Similarly, for the coder, the logic is the tool. How creative a programmer or the coder is with their, logic and syntaxes. If the programmer lacks creativity, I think the programmer would be lacking logic or something like that. So creativity is very, very important in the life of a programmer. Second thing is compassion. Yes, compassion towards is very important. As a programmer, you need to love yourself first, because coding may bring fatigues and failures more at times, and you have to be show compassion in your code, because you have to write your code graciously, as I have already said, because your code has to be maintained by others.
Okay. And when you teach concepts like if, else, or functions, do you see emotional parallels in life?
Yes, of course. If else is nothing but choices. And I always say, every day we deal with 100 of choices in daily life. Like, so if in life we are able to, we always have a condition, and then we have to make one of the choices. Same is in the program. There are if else, in every data set, every data point, every logic consists of if else. Secondly, functions is all about delegating the responsibility. In life we can do wonders when we delegate responsibilities in our team or in our family or in our social system. Similarly is in the application of a program. We write functions to delegate the responsibility to the function to perform a certain task, and a program with functions properly delegated and written, the program works very nicely and good.
Let's start section number 4, happiness in the code journey.
Okay.
Yeah. How can young coders avoid burnout and rediscover the joy of learning logic? Like you said, fatigue.
Okay, fatigue. So burnout, yes. Of course, the coders do get burnout. Then again, I will say that for the young coders, please don't take it to your head too much. Take baby steps. Take baby steps. If the problem is bigger, break the problem first. And if you are stuck, take the break for yourself. Think what you are doing, what is the outcome. Sometimes the outcome doesn't need the complex programming. Sometimes the solution lies in simple steps. So we have to sometimes think from the out of the box things. Out of the box thinking. But yes, burnout doesn't have any row, should not have a scope in it. If you feel burnout, please take a break.
Okay. And does teamwork in coding bring emotional satisfaction or add pressure? How can we balance both?
Okay, teamwork, if I talk about when we program or when we have a huge team of working on an application, for me it has always been inspirational to work with the team, because I always have looked like that how the other person is going to code it, because I always think that other person is coding better than me. Curiosity and I am always looking forward to the something good other person is doing than me, so that I can take that and imbibe in myself. So you can say that yes, I'm a little bit of critics of myself when I write the code, because I always look forward to that. And yes, the peer pressure might come when you are doing it for some job or something, but I think that can be worked upon. That's not that much of thing in the teamwork.
Okay. And finally, what's your message for every student who is learning to code, not just with the brain, but with the heart?
Okay, learning to code with not with the brain, with the heart. That means you really want to do the coding. So I would just say one thing: fall in love with the coding. So once you fall in love with something, you are able to do whatever you wish to do. Whatever are the obstacles there, whatever the burnout, fatigue, frustration is there, you will be able to do. So I will say, fall in love with it first. Make a right choice that do you really want to be a programmer or do the coding. Once you decide that, I think your mind and heart both aligns with it, and you will have a wonderful journey in coding.
Okay. Well, ma'am, that was a splendid round. Now we are starting the rapid fire round. Smiles and sparks with Dr. Neetu. Question number 1. 3 words that describe your vibe in class.
Sincere,
Okay.
witty, friendly.
Okay. Question number 2. Your morning happiness ritual. Tea, tunes, or quiet time?
Tea and tunes.
Oh, okay. One song that instantly lifts your mood.
दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा.
Okay. If happiness had a fragrance, what would it smell like?
Happiness definitely will have a fragrance of Indian roses, the desi roses with the good smell, or the desi mogra.
Oh, mogra, nice. And what's more relaxing? A long drive, a long nap, or long gossip with friends?
Long gossips with friends, of course, but not talking about others, talking about themselves.
One thing your daughter says that makes you laugh every time.
She makes me laugh every day. Everything of her makes me happy, I would say that rather.
Delightful. Your comfort food on a stressful day?
Chaat, street chaat, golgappas, papdi chaat, dahi bhalla
Tikki
chaat,
chats.
tikki chats, all hot, spicy, desi.
Nice. If you weren't a professor, what would you be? A poet, traveler, or stand-up comedian?
Okay, so Aryamann, let me tell you that I do write sometimes,
Oh.
and that too in Hindi. So if I think of today, I would like to be a stand-up with a poetic touch.
Nice. That's very wonderful. Which student compliment has stayed in your heart forever?
Students give me compliments sometimes on the feedback portal or on the LinkedIn. I'm sorry, on the LinkedIn format. So some students, sometimes compare your mentors or professors as their mothers. So I think that's very overwhelming.
That's sweet. What's one life hack that always makes your day better?
Daily hack that makes my life better is always, having a tea is always makes my day better any day.
Great. If you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go?
So I like to go in future and surely in Viksit Bharat.
Viksit
I
Bharat.
want to see this before I die.
Cyber City. A book or movie that changed how you see life?
A book or a movie that changed my life. Okay, movie for sure I can say Tumhari Sulu.
Vidya Balan.
Yes, a book. I think a movie by Shrimati Vidya Balan ji. So I think that is a wonderful movie and inspires me every day.
Well, that's great. What's the secret to staying calm when things go wrong?
Okay, when things go wrong, I usually don't stay calm in past, but now I had worked upon it a lot. So I just think that this shall too pass. And
Okay, like
I,
meditation and stuff.
meditation, yes, those do help you in longer run, but at the moment, somebody counts 1 to 10, so I always say, okay, this shall too pass, nothing to be angry about it.
Okay. One small daily habit that keeps you positive.
I always light a lamp, kapoor lamp, in the mandir in the morning before I leave.
Who makes you laugh the most in your family?
I think both of members in my family, my spouse and my daughter, because what they tell to each other is not understandable to each other, and I have to interpret with both of these. So I don't know, we end up with a big laugh every time.
That is very beautiful. Uh, Complete the sentence. Happiness to you is.
Happiness to me is in the small things always.
Oh, okay. What's your hidden talent that no one in Amity knows about?
Okay, the hidden talent that nobody knows about me in Amity is, it could be one that I'm a good MC, though I have never done it here. So I'm good at stage.
Okay. If you could relive 1 year of your life, which one would you choose?
Can you please repeat it, Aryamann?
If you could relive 1 year of your life, which one would you choose?
If I have to relive the 1 year of my life, it would definitely be the first year of my daughter, because that time I could not, get the time in a way I always wanted to spend with her because of some of my health issues and all. So I want to relive that first year again with her and giving her more love, affection, and anything, small things with my child.
That's beautiful, ma'am. What's one thing you would love your students to give you that money can't buy?
The one thing that I want my students to give me back is the only one thing, is that whenever you go, however are the condition, wherever you go, always give back to your society and nation.
Okay. And final question. Describe your personality as a weather report. Sunny, breezy, thunderous, or rainbow mixed?
Actually, you can call it rainbow books, but I'm thunderous also at times.
Oh,
So
better be careful.
not to be careful, but for those who love me honestly and those who I love honestly, I go to any length. Infinity is the limit for me then.
Well, that is great, ma'am. That was a splendid session, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aryamann, for your time on
Do you have
this.
any message for our viewers?
Okay, first of all, I again submit my gratitude to all who gave me chance to come here and record this, or who fueled me with energy to write this book. My family, founder sir, my chancellor sir, my vice chancellor madam, and my director sir, director ma'am. Secondly, my message to my viewers, or specifically to my students, is that coding is all about practice, patience, resilience, and calmness. If you decide to do it, give it a chance, stick to it, don't rush, it will come back to you. You have to fall in love with the idea of coding and programming. And one more thing, anytime you feel like you can connect me in my department, on my phone number, or on my email. For a programmer, I'm always available. Thank you.
And with that, we come to an end to our first podcast, Happy Pens of Amity. Now, we will be back with our new guests, new authors, and researchers from Amity. So, please stay tuned. We will be back very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.